Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
Good morning on this July 13th. It's 7 o'clock. I'm Nicole Nalepa. We start you off with an early warning weather alert. Meteorologist Scott Haney has the very latest on what we can expect. So give us all the details.
All right. Storm Prediction Center has placed us in the marginal risk category for receiving some strong storms during the day today. I don't think it's going to be too substantial, but nonetheless, any storms that do form could pack a little bit of a punch and strong cloud to ground lightning, maybe a little bit of hail and some straight line winds. So once again, this is during the day today, and that's why we are in an early warning weather alert for you. All right, now let's take a look at our Doppler right now. We do have a little bit of action out there. This was at 7 o'clock this morning. You can see it rolling through parts of the state. We've got some wet weather for you in Windham, down through it, just exiting Lebanon, Franklin. Good morning to you. Hanover and Scotland. You guys are dealing with a little bit of activity, and a little bit further to the north and to the west in parts of East Hartford. You've got it in Vernon, Manchester, Bolton, Tolland, right along 84. So if you're driving there, you're going to run into some wet weather and some wet road conditions. And a little bit further down to the south, we're starting to see a little bit of development as well. This is right to the east of North Lyme and racing towards Montville at this hour. So just be careful driving around. The roads are going to get a little bit damp. And then we are expecting to get clipped in southeast Connecticut, New London, Groton, Long Point, Mystic, Stonington. You guys are dealing with some of the scattered showers racing in your direction as well. So I'm going to be here all day. I'm going to certainly keep you posted. Middletown, good morning to you. Mostly overcast conditions there. And as we take you to headline number 1, it's cloudy and it's warm out there. The temperatures are in the low 70s. We should be in the low to mid 60s. Instead, we're in the upper 60s and low 70s. Look at 75 in New Haven and in Bridgeport. You throw in some dew points that are in the upper 60s, and it is humid out there this morning. The air is saturated. All right, it's going to be a hot one today with temperatures pushing into the mid to upper 80s, if not near 90 degrees in inland Connecticut, with the potential for some strong storms possible once again at any time during the day today, especially late this morning through the afternoon. That shower thunderstorm threat does exist. As you can see, we did have a little bit of development earlier this morning. Nothing too substantial, no lightning, no thunder associated with these cells, but we're keeping an eye on them for you. And as we show you, there's a frontal boundary pushing into the area. Now, as we take a look at early warning futurecast, tomorrow's weather today, this is noontime. We start to see a little bit of development. This is around 1:15, some cells of activity. 2 o'clock, cells of activity. 3 o'clock, northeast Connecticut and central Connecticut. 5 o'clock, some cells of activity, and then it all starts to wind down with the loss of the daytime heating. The instability tends to go away. Now tomorrow looks like a pretty good day. It's going to be a little bit cooler than today, but there still is a chance for a scattered shower. This is tomorrow afternoon around 2:15, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. There is a chance for a passing shower. Today's daytime highs climb into the upper 80s, right around 90 degrees. Some strong thunderstorms can be expected. Keep your eyes to the skies. If they look threatening, head indoors. Tomorrow, 86 with a chance for a passing shower or thunderstorm. And then Wednesday and Thursday are delightful. Low humidity, comfortable temperatures, a little bit below average. When's the last time I said that? Friday, a chance for shower and thunderstorm activity. The temperatures start ramping back up for Saturday and Sunday with temperatures near 90 degrees for both weekend days. That's a check of your early warning forecast. Nicole, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Scott. Turning now to the very latest on the coronavirus here in Connecticut. Cases are trending in the right direction here in our state, but other states are struggling. Florida just shattered the U.S. state record of daily new coronavirus cases. About 15,300 were reported yesterday alone. Now, several federal officials have joined some state governors in calling for mandatory mask wearing in public. Channel 3's Laura Podesta has the very latest.
The coronavirus is spreading through Florida.
A sharp increase in the number of people going to the hospital. Number of people are in ICU and the number of people on our ventilators.
The state reported more than 15,000 new cases in just one day over the weekend, a nationwide single-day record. It did not stop Disney World from reopening 2 of its parks to all guests on Saturday. Visitors have their temperature checked and must wear a mask.
They have been very strict about it. With other parks, you are allowed to walk around with a drink in your hand with your mask off. At Disney, they will tell you to put your mask back on.
Former FDA Commissioner Scot expects Sunbelt states to deal with the virus for a while.
New York really followed the pattern of Italy, where it was a sharp up, a huge epidemic, but it came down rapidly. I think in the South, you're likely to see an extended plateau.
New York City reported no coronavirus deaths yesterday for the first time since March. Today, the city is allowing 3,000 daycares to reopen with social distancing and other safety measures in place.
Just as we've seen cases skyrocket, we can turn this thing around in 2 to 3 weeks.
Louisiana rolled back its reopening as the state tries to slow the spread.
I think it will affect us. I hope it doesn't devastate us.
Restaurants and bars can only serve takeout, and there's a new statewide mask mandate in place.
Now I'm the mask police, which I think is unconstitutional.
People who refuse to wear a mask can be cited for trespassing.
And that was Laura Podesta reporting. Happening today, Governor Lamont is set to make an announcement opposing the Trump administration's new student visa policy. If you remember last week, the White House said international students would not be allowed to stay in the U.S. if their college moved to an online-only format because of COVID-19. Meantime, the Centers for Disease Control is expected to issue new guidelines for schools this week. Today, police in Stonington are holding a special virtual meeting so they can discuss last month's attack of a black female employee at the Quality Inn. According to police, 59-year-old Crystal Boyd Caldwell was working as a front desk clerk when she was beaten and cursed at by a white couple from New York. Police are still trying to track the couple down. Tonight's meeting starts at 5 o'clock and it will be streamed live on the town's Facebook page. New this morning, 2 people had to be rushed to the hospital after an overnight shooting in New Haven. We know that this happened right around midnight on Greenwich Avenue. Police have not released any other details, including on how badly the victims were hurt, but we will continue to monitor this story and bring you any updates right on the Channel 3 app. Police in Meriden are searching for suspects this morning after 2 shootings that took place yesterday. The first one happened just before 1 a.m. on Gear Avenue. Police say a 15-year-old girl was shot in the arm while sitting in her front yard with some other people. The shots were fired from a yard behind the house, and police say the group was targeted. And then about an hour later, a man in a car was shot in the head on East Main Street by people inside a second car. The victim is expected to survive, although it's not clear yet if the 2 cases are connected. And state police say a stolen semi-automatic rifle belonging to a state police captain has been found. Police have been investigating multiple car break-ins that happened in the Killingly area right over the 4th of July weekend. Well, investigators say a state police cruiser was one of the vehicles that were broken into, and police are continuing to investigate these break-ins. An internal investigation is also underway on how a suspect was able to break into a locked police cruiser. Those are some of your top headlines on this Monday morning. Thanks so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime on the Channel 3 app. Have a great day, everyone.